Hi guys, in today's video I was at Lopwell Dam, one of my top 5 places to visit. As you can see, there was quite a few different species of butterflies and dragonflies there, like this broad-bodied chaser. Then I stopped to photograph a little while. He's having a bit of a snack there, so I stopped to video him for a little while before he flew off. And he landed down on the ground here, so I stopped recording down here for a little while. He has a good look around. It was quite a bright day, so conditions were pretty good photography wise. I was able to get quite close to this guy. He was just happily sat there on the ground, just giving his eyeballs a clean. After that, this fly came down and they had a little chat. He's telling him about the weather and asking for directions. He's telling him it's over in that way somewhere, way over there. The conversation went on for a little while, so I decided just to leave them to it. A little bit further downriver I found this grey heron, just sat up on a branch, and after a while he stopped and started to preen himself as well. The river there is quite popular for wading birds like the heron and egrets and things like that. There's all sorts of little birds there, common sandpipers, and a few of our popular favourites that a lot of photographers flock there to see, including myself. Again, after recording this guy for a little while, I decided to move on and leave him to it. But the star of the show today was definitely this little guy. This is a male juvenile kingfisher. Now, the way to tell if a kingfisher is juvenile, you'll be able to see in a minute on the tip of his beak. He has a little white spot. Now, the purpose for this is kingfishers nest inside mud banks, holes in mud banks, things like that. And obviously it's dark in there, so baby kingfishers and juveniles have a white tip on the end of their beaks, so that when the parent kingfishers come in with the fish, they see these little white dots and know that that is the tip of their baby bird's beaks, so they can feed them easier. Another way of telling as well is the legs. On a juvenile kingfisher the legs are grey, whereas on a fully grown adult kingfisher the legs are orange. So that's another way to tell if it's a juvenile or not. Kingfishers, in my opinion, are one of the most beautiful birds in Britain that we have over here. Obviously there's a few other species like the jay, woodpeckers for example, things like that, but to me the kingfisher is absolutely stunning. The oranges and the blues are just fantastic, and there's no mistaking that blue flash when they fly down the river. This guy was absolutely fantastic. He stopped for at least, it had to be about 45 minutes, just sat in front of us on these little perches, just fishing away. And here you see caught a fish right here. And what they do is they catch it, bring it to a perch, and they use that perch then to hit the fish on the head. That's killing it, giving it a bit of a hard whack, like you'll see in a second. Off. There we go. This kills the fish so that it's not flapping about inside the kingfisher's stomach, obviously. Then he just turns it around. And swallows it head first. They do that because obviously if they swallow it tail first, the fins could stick outwards and could get stuck in the kingfisher's throat, so they always take it head first. You may have heard me mention earlier on that this is actually a male kingfisher. Now, the way to tell the difference between a male and female kingfisher is their beaks. On the male, as you can see here, all the beak is black, whereas on the females, The bottom beak is actually orange. It's referred to as the kingfisher's lipstick. So, like a female wears lipstick, that's how you tell the difference between a male and a female. So the male has an all black beak, and the female has lipstick on, so she has the lower beak that's orange. So that's how you tell. Now this kingfisher's main diet is fish, but he will eat shrimps, eels, things like that as well. But there are kingfishers around the world that don't eat fish at all, and their main diet is things like small lizards and invertebrates and things like that, and they don't actually go anywhere near a river, which is very interesting. But this guy here, he likes the fishies. Now if you want to see or photograph a kingfisher, the best thing to look for are perches. Kingfishers absolutely love perches. As you can see here, someone's actually made one out of bamboo. There's like a frame there that the kingfisher's sitting on there now, but they also land on overhanging branches and just sticks, pretty much just sticks in the water, but they have to have a horizontal branch or something horizontal for them to sit on, so they can just sit on top of this like this guy's doing and just watch the river below for little fish and pounce on them from above, just like that, and he brings up a fish. Kingfishers are fantastic hunters, which is where they got their name from, king of fishers, and you can find them in pretty much near all water sources, rivers, lakes, ponds, things like that. If there's fish there, you will find a kingfisher. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. First time I've been able to sit and photograph and video a kingfisher like this, so I just had to share it with you guys. I will be throwing some photos up after this, so stick around for those. I did get some really good photos, so I'm really happy with those. But yeah, I hope you liked today's video. As I said, if you do, please leave a like and subscribe. That would be fantastic, and I will catch you all in the next one.